Hey, you ever wonder just how pros are able to pull off some crazy reads or have insane levels of teamwork at the highest level of Rocket League? And then you wonder why you can't hit the ball straight? Well, today's video is taking a deeper look into things that pro players are doing that they might not even know they're doing because it's ingrained into the way they play. I'll be going over these 5 things and trying to break down ways you can implement them into your own gameplay and the things to look out for that you might already not realize that you're doing. But before we jump into that, please allow me to give my thanks to today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by our good friend, Raycon. Now, you guys know I love them. I use Raycons every single time I leave the house. They're just my go-to earbuds. I picked up the everyday earbuds. I use them when I listen to music, when I'm watching YouTube, or when I'm out for a run. They come in this little case, and I genuinely only need to charge them like once a month. The battery lasts for ages. They sound great. They're half the price of other premium audio brands. They have a nice compact fit with comfortable gel tips, plus no wires, so you can absolutely see why celebrities like Mike Tyson are obsessed with them. Now here's the important part. Raycon does things differently from other brands, from the way they design to how they price their products. And they prioritize the customer while also offering a 45-day free return policy. So if you want to pick some up while also supporting the channel, click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/Thanovic and get 15% off your purchase. Number 1, staying calm. This one is kind of obvious, but you still do it. Those moments where there's a little bit of pressure on you, either to score or defend or just hit the ball the way you're expected to, and that tiny bit of pressure just gets to you completely. It's natural, but it can be reduced. Feeling stressed under pressure and allowing yourself to panic is going to cause you to make mistakes. That then leads to more panicking, which is then going to lead to more mistakes, and then you hate the game. But what you notice in a lot of pro players, especially the pros that play a lot of 1v1s, is that no matter the score, no matter the situation, they always play calm and they maintain their form. And keep in mind, it's their job. So obviously they have more to win or lose than any of us when it comes to important matches. And yet, after huge moments, both good and bad, they always reset. And obviously it's hard to just be like, hey man, just stay calm and you'll be fine. So I'm not gonna do that. But what you should keep in mind every game is that the result doesn't matter. Win or lose, it literally doesn't matter. You're playing ranked. You win some, you lose some. If you let the rank icon next to your name get to you and make you panic at the thought of just losing it, you're just gonna lose it. Maybe not this game, maybe not the next game, but that panic that's gonna sit in your head every single time you make a small mistake or someone is pressuring you, over time that's gonna build up and you're gonna be so worried about losing that rank icon that you're just gonna crumble. Whatever situation you're in, just let it play out and then afterwards think back to what you could have done better. But do try to stop yourself from button mashing or just hitting the ball so you don't have to be responsible for the play anymore. Just try and stay relaxed, it's just a game and you'll play so much better when you're calm and enjoying it rather than stressed out and worried about every little thing. Number 2, playing to their teammates. This is one that is used all the time in pro play and not used enough by players in ranked gameplay. Whether you're in a party or not, learning to play to your teammates and using their strengths can benefit you massively in-game. The problem with this is that it's kind of difficult. You have to quickly assess the game during the first 30 seconds or so and try to find out what kind of teammate you're dealing with. They can be passive, aggressive, aerial-based, ground-based. They could be the type to pass or go for solo-style plays. They could be boost-hungry or play very well on low boost. There are a lot of factors to consider, but when I play, the first thing I look at is how they play on defense. If they seem calm and composed, I feel safer and know that I can try something slightly risky if the opportunity comes up. Then, I look to try and pass it as much as I can during the first minute or so. This way, my team knows that they can expect passes from me, which can help us to position better and give us options on offense. It does help that I go up against the same people every other game because Oceania is so small, but these are the things that I do to see what kind of team we have. It can be very helpful for anyone to just keep a mental note of what kind of teammate they have during the early game and then try to play to their strengths throughout the rest of the game. Playing to your teammates' strengths and doing what you can to help them play their game is going to help your own gameplay massively. Number 3 is anticipation. Now, anticipation comes with knowledge, so this can't really be that useful at the lower ranks unless you are very perceptive and understand how the rank you're in plays in each situation. At the pro level, people understand the game. They know what the best move is for each situation, they know how they would play the ball, they know how the opponent is going to play the ball, and so using this, they predict the play and move into position a little bit before it happens. This is something you need to start doing in game. If you can see how the opponent is moving and how they are positioning the ball, you can make an educated guess as to how they're going to play. Now, reading the game comes down to a few things. It's understanding how the opponent will react to a situation, understanding how the ball will bounce from a surface or car, understanding the optimal play and position in each situation, and understanding what you would do in each situation. Learning to read opponents comes with a lot of time spent in game. You can very quickly make split decisions in your head by simply asking, what should I do in this situation? If you take time to think about what you would do if you were your opponent, and then anticipate the action and move to counter it, you will either A, counter it, or B, they're going to do something different, which you will then know for next time to take into consideration. Everything comes with time and practice, and with enough time spent in game, understanding and learning what you can and should do in each situation, you will build up the knowledge to help you anticipate your opponent's actions. Number 4 is taking blame. This is like a pure mentality thing. Good players know and acknowledge when they mess up. Bad players look for excuses. You probably do a bit of both. And that's fine, but look to own your mistakes and try to understand where things went wrong. That's where the most growth happens in your own gameplay. This is a general thing and you definitely heard it before, but you learn more from your losses than from your victories. The reasoning behind this is that you can learn from your mistakes, identify them and work to remove them from your game, but a lot of people don't. They just get upset that they lost and then go straight into the next game. If you want to progress, you should sit there and go, yep, I did this wrong, I played this part badly, and I can improve on these things, and then you move forward. If you just go, bad teammate, GG, then what did you get out of that entire match? Shape your mentality around improving instead of winning, and you won't feel bad about losses. Number 5 is using boost effectively. Now, if you take absolutely nothing else away from this video, a really helpful tip is that you should try to use as little boost as possible on defense. A big thing you see in pro play is the smart usage of boost, and the easiest way to work on this is to look at how much boost you're using on defense. By limiting your boost in your own half, you have much more potential to make plays when the field opens up, and you have that little bit of room to go on the attack. Now, your boost dictates the following: how much control you have over the ball, the speed and pace of the game, your positioning, and how you can impact each play. And so, with all of that being affected, why would you waste boost? If you don't need to use it, don't. You don't need to rush into position when you aren't being pressured. You don't need to rush to the boost to get more boost. The absolute best way to make sure you're using your boost properly is to watch a replay and track your boost usage throughout. So see when you use it effectively and when you use it without impacting the game at all. Then note it down and go into your next game with this in mind, and sooner or later you will start to save more boost without even thinking about it. But that wraps it up for me today. Those are the 5 things I see pro players doing that a lot of ranked gameplay seems to be missing. If you enjoyed, feel free to like and sub to the channel if you want to see more. We are pretty close to 300,000 subs, which is just nuts. So thank you guys so much for that. But apart from that, that is all from me. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.